Hola a todos! Welcome back to the channel. So I'm out and about just looking at some of the little back towns that you might miss if you just sort of stay on the main drag. So in this video I'm going to have a wander through Los Urrutias. Now it's in between Los Alcázares and Cartagena, so those of you who know of it will know it, but it's easy to miss, and there's lots of people who've just maybe never been here, so I thought I'd have a wander through it and point out some of the stuff that's here. So are you ready for a wee wander? So you can see this road along here is the road coming from Los Alcázares. I think it's technically still the N332. Don't quote me on that, but I think it is. It's not the main AP7, so it just cuts right along here through all these little towns. And I've stopped at this part of the town to point out something that is easily missed. And as far as I'm concerned, it's a must-do if you're in Los Alcázares. Now see this little sign up here? It's kind of getting covered by some of the plants there. Let me just try and zoom in and let you see it. Now this is a restaurant and it's called Ruff Mari. Now it makes me chuckle every time I see that sign because it reminds me of back in the 70s and 80s living in Glasgow, and there's an area in Glasgow that's, let's just say it's frequented by the ladies of the night, and the area is called Blythewood Square. Now if you don't know what that area is, just Google Ladies of the Night Blythewood Square and I'm sure it'll tell you. But one of those ladies of the night was known as Ruff Mari. And it's funny because when I hear people here talking about they're going to Ruff Mari, it just conjures up image of people going to visit Ruff Mari in Glasgow and Blythewood Square, and not this fantastic restaurant, Ruf Mari, which is in Los Urrutias. So let me just show you it. Now they're just opening up for the day, and it's easily missed. It's just off the main road, but it's an absolutely fabulous place to come for a bite to eat, either lunches or mains. In fact, I might just try and stick the camera in. I wonder if people will mind. They're just setting up for the day actually. It's a brilliant atmosphere. The staff are awesome. The quality of the food's second to none. It is really, really good. Yeah. Great place. Nobody's in having their dinner, but I'll just show you a quick look inside. Very traditional, very Spanish. Brilliant staff. Great food. I can't rate it highly enough. It's a fabulous place to come. So if you're in the area and you're looking for a special treat to come for lunch one day, I think it's opening at the evenings as well. But certainly, get yourself along. They do a great menu. We've never heard of anybody getting a bad review of it. It's just superb. So remember that one. Ruf Mari. No Ruff Mari. Anyway. Oh God, there's that bike again. It seems to follow me about, that bike, doesn't it? Maybe I should get one. Anyway. Don't want to digress because I'm getting too good at digressing and going off the point. So what is the point of this video? Quite simply, show you what's here in Los Urrutias. We'll just walk up through the town and then I'll cut back down along the little beachfront at the Mar Menor. So again, you can see lots of houses. Not an awful lot of people around. When I do these videos, I'm always conscious of the fact that it must look like we're living in the middle of the living dead, because there's never anybody around. Now, I don't know the reason for that. Is it that everybody's out at work? Is it that lots of these are holiday homes? Do you know? Why is it that when you walk about in these little towns and villages in the middle of the day that you never see anyone around? What's the story behind that? What's occurring? ¿Qué pasa? Let me know if you know. Yes, I'm just going to continue walking up here. Never walked along this street before, so it's all new to me. I normally come along the main road into the centre part of the town. So, little ferreteria. They're like hardware shops, ironmongery shops type of thing. The people in these are usually very, very helpful and very knowledgeable. So, if you're looking for stuff that you would maybe buy in B&Q, you know, hardware stuff, or you need any electrical items or anything like that, these guys are usually pretty helpful. There's at least one or two in every town. So again, as I've commented before, you can see all different types of houses, all different sizes and shapes. We know no connection to planning to make sure they fit in. Oh, this is nice. Don't know what this is here. So this is the little estate agents here. This looks like it's the main cross of the little church. With a nice fountain there as well. Don't drink the water. Churches are always really, really pretty here. Really nice. And then just across the road from that, I don't know if I'm going to walk much further, little bar, La Perla, but it looks like it's closed. Pescaderia, so that's obviously the fish shop. And then you've got Rincon Nicole y Denis. So that's a little bar there. These little bars are fantastic. So we'll just stick my nose out on the main road and then wander down to the Mar Menor. Lovely blue skies again today. It's around 11:30 and the temperature forecast today is to be 29 degrees. It's really starting to heat up now. So yeah, so this is the main road here. Again, that's the road coming in from Los Urrutias. There's a restaurant on that corner there. I never quite caught what it was. Might catch it in another video. And then as you go further along there on the right, there's a couple of little shops on the right hand side. A little supermarket. And I think there's a kind of little bric-a-brac kind of store, charity shop type thing. And then further along again, there's a little, I'll call it a strip, but I don't really call it. It's not really a strip. It's a little row of bars and restaurants, which I'll do a separate video on, because you might not know they're there if you never come along this way. So we'll just go. Yeah, so just further up to the right there. I'm not going to walk too far today because I'm out on the motorbike. I've got all my protective gear on, bloody jeans and a jacket and all that sort of stuff, and I'm sweating like a pig here. But hopefully, you know, you'll see up there on the right there is a couple of more shops. I'll try and find out what they are and maybe just tag them in the video to let you know exactly what's there. But for now, I'm going to wander down past the Bark and Dugs down to the Marmanor. Every street has one. That one's even got a wee window it can stick its head out to bark. And there's typically what you see here, just as I spot it. Look at this wee house. Looks like nobody's been here for years. You know, weeds growing high, stuff dumped in where the wee driveway would be. I don't know if it's two houses or one, but it certainly looks like two. But typically what I hear, and again, if you know different, let me know in the comments. What I hear is that often if the owner of that house passes away, the family who are left have to pay quite hefty inheritance tax. And very often they just don't have the money. So eventually the house just gets emptied. Hola, buenas. The house just lies empty and becomes the property of a bank. But again, if you know different, please let me know in the comments. Just try to build up my knowledge of Spain and the various things that go on here. So again, you can see we're just on the walkway here at the Mar Menor. And then just over in the distance there we have a little marina. Might go over there and do a video on that one as well. And then I'm sure just along there there's a sports centre as well. But again, if you know, let me know and I'll let the world know. So I'm just going to continue walking along here back to where the bike's parked, just along the side of the Mar Menor. But, you know, in fact, I'm just going to whiz the camera around again and let you have a wee look. Look at these little houses. Look at these little houses. First line beach. Right on the beach here, and not one of them occupied. Well, when I say occupied, there's nobody in them. So these are probably all holiday homes. You know, it's middle of June now and there's not a soul here. Sorry about the noise earlier, there was a guy working with a chop saw who's doing this little house up. So somebody's obviously got a bit of a project going on there. But aren't these little houses fabulous? Right on the beach. Okay, one thing I should mention. The beach at Los Urrutias is not the best. The water's not the cleanest. I'm not going to walk out and show you, but you know, it's probably the worst part of the Mar Menor to come along if you're going to the beach. The rest of it's further up, and the wind blows this way, so everything gets blown up here. But you know, I'm looking at these great little houses. In Venta. So yeah, all locked up, shutters all up, nobody around. But I'll bet you if you come here in July and August, and particularly August when it's the big Spanish holiday month, these will be chock-a-block with Spanish families. All out enjoying their holidays. So it looks like there's a pile of people out there in wetsuits. They're obviously hunting for something. I don't know what they're doing, but they're all down on their hands and knees, poking away at stuff. What are they up to? Do you know what they're up to? What are these people in the video doing? I know it's hard to make out, but it's just people in wetsuits with nets. So I don't know what they're trying to do, what they're trying to pick up. Anyway, let's just walk back along this little back street. So there looks to be another little restaurant here. Tobacco's shop, I don't know if it's open. So, Restaurante El Tallo. Don't know anything about that one. Do you know, is it still open? Is it trading? Is it closed? What's going on? And obviously that little shop's well shut down now, whatever it was. Little nautical shop of some description. So just coming along this back road, there is a little hair and care studio. So little hairdressers. Couple of little businesses, but that's that ferreteria that I showed you earlier. But you know, a few more cars around here, so I take it some people live in this area. And these ones are not all holiday homes. But it's still very quiet. Certainly no hustle and bustle around here, that's for sure. Great when you're just walking along here in these quiet streets and all you can do is hear the birds chirping. You know, there's just no sound, there's no road noise, and none of the wee planes are buzzing about. It's just peaceful. Sometimes I just like to reconnect with nature and just listen. So there's a property that's been bought and stripped out and redeveloped into something more modern. And you know, I believe there are some bargains to be had here in Los Urrutias, because it's one of these places that it's often overlooked, and it's easy to overlook. So there's a lot of bargains to be had property wise. Although having said that, most of them will need a bit of work. But if you fancy a project and picking something up a fair bit cheaper than you would in Los Urrutias, have a look at Los Urrutias. It might be right up your street, who knows? I wonder if there's an estate agent here. Maybe there is. Oh, there's a sign right on cue, look at that. Immobiliaria, Immobiliarian. Oh, no windows open. Oh, a couple of little properties for sale. Let's have a nose. So there we go, ground floor, second line, 3 rooms, 1 bathroom, kitchen, 99,500. So that's just one street back from the beach. Yeah, that one's 4 beds. Let's see if I can zoom in a wee bit. Yeah, that one's 4 beds, 193,000. And this one's first line beach. 315,000 euros, 7 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, 2 kitchens, 3 living rooms, terrace and garage, first line beach. So there you go, 214,000 for a 5-bed house. Duplex 139. There's a little flat on the 3rd floor. So it's 3 floors up, 2 bedrooms, 1 bath. It's got a sun terrace. 56,000 euros. There's a bargain for you. 56,000 euros. That's about the cheapest one we've seen. So there are some cheap properties here, and if you're interested in them, let me just see if I can get the sign there. That's the little estate agent here in Los Urrutias who's got them up for sale. So there you go. So that's that wee walk done through this part of the town. Hope you found it interesting. Maybe there's something that caught your eye. You fancy a wee cheap flat for 56,000, a wee holiday home. Who knows, maybe that's the perfect one for you. Anyway, thanks again for watching, and we'll see you all on the next video. Hasta luego.